Hey everyone, 24/7 here, finally with my Survivor Series 2002 review. So this is the first SummerSlam that I was born for. Man, 2002 was a good year for the big four pay-per-views. It was a good year for those shows. Everything else, hit or miss. Very much hit or miss. But those big four shows, like SummerSlam, I remember the Rumble being pretty good. I love WrestleMania X8. You know, everyone knows I do. And then the year has the best SummerSlam, and yes, the best Survivor Series pay-per-view of all time. I don't want to hear it. It is. It straight up is. Because there's nothing bad on this show. Nothing. I can't find anything bad on it. And yes, I know that I should have reviewed this earlier in the week, but man, I just got back from doing my first week of going back to my normal work schedule, because for the entire month of October and 1 week in November, basically it was 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. For a whole week. For 4 weeks, and then that fucked up my sleep schedule pretty bad. And then this week we started back on my normal noon to 10 p.m. So it was just kind of a rough shift. My brain couldn't handle it, and I felt really shitty. I didn't want to give you guys a tired, half-assed review like I did for the fucking King of the Ring review, because I'm not I don't hate how that review turned out, but I don't love how it turned out, because I was very much tired. I took NyQuil beforehand, because that was a decision, because I was going through a cold at the time. But yeah, back with this. This show, God, it was so good. And I get another good show next time, but not for me next time. We'll get to Zach's next time. This show took place on November 17th, 2002. I would have been a couple months old at that point. Almost 5 months old. It took place in New York City, New York, at Madison Square Garden, with an attendance of 17,930 with a buy rate of 340,000. Yeah, this show was great. It's so fucking good. Yes, everything was good on this show. Literally everything. I can't think of a thing on the show that didn't like it. There were things I was unsure of going into this show, looking at the card, but it blew my expectations out of the water. The opening match is Jeff Hardy teaming with the Dudley Boys, Bubba Ray, and Spike Dudley to take on 3 Minute Warning. That's Rosie and Jamal and Rico. So, 3 Minute Warning, Rosie and Jamal. Jamal is Umaga, and Rosie is Roman Reigns' brother. Both of them have sadly passed away, which is crazy for me to think about. That was 22 years ago. Fuck, that sucks knowing that both members of 3 Minute Warning have passed away, and they were both so fucking young, you know? This is an Elimination Tails match. Also, I think this was one of, if not the first Survivor Series pay-per-views to just not have the traditional 5-on-5. And I kind of love that. I don't know, I don't hate the traditional 5-on-5 match. It can be done well, as you will see with my next review. But, yeah, But yeah, this match was really fun. So basically, this feud started because 3 Minute Warning and Rico were just putting people through tables, and they're like, yeah, no, fuck you, we want our revenge. This was very much not clumsy, that's the wrong word to put it. It was very much a fun mess. That's the best way to describe it. They were just beating the crap out of each other. Jeff ran through a table at one point on the outside, but it didn't count because... Now he ran through a table. It was, I think... Yeah, because the rules clearly state he had to be put through the table, which still didn't explain why Big Show was counted for that match, because I guess Cody drop-kicked him. I guess. But yeah, that's a tangent. I already made that tangent. But yeah, this is just a fun match. The first person eliminated was Spike, when he was just hurled through a table, because Spike Dudley is good at that shit. Then Jeff put Rosie through a table, and then Jeff Hardy was weirdly eliminated by Jamal. And then Jamal was eliminated by Bubba Ray. It was so weird. like, I'm not used to seeing Bubba and Spike tag team. It's weird. It was like seeing Rikishi team with Scotty 2 Hotty in 2004. But then, as Rico was about to get put through a table by Bubba Ray, 3-minute warning came back out because if you eliminate, you're sent to the back. But 3-minute warning came out to attack Bubba Ray, and they were going to put him through a table. But then who the fuck shows up but Devon Dudley? So this is the year of the first brand split, the first draft. Bubba was drafted to Raw, and Devon was drafted to SmackDown, where he had his Reverend Devon thing, and Bubba Ray did okay in the hardcore division. Also Batista with Reverend Devon, because Devon's dad was a reverend, I'm almost positive. But yeah, then they came out, then they put fucking Rico through a table with a fucking 3D, and the good guys win. I'll give the match 3.5. I'll give the match 3 stars. It wasn't anything amazing. It was just a fun way to open the show, and I think really hyped up this crowd, because this crowd fucking almost loved everything. Next, in a match, one of the 2 matches that surprised me the most, I enjoyed. Billy Kidman takes on Jamie Noble for the Cruiserweight Championship. So Jamie Noble held the belt for a few months at this point. He was with Nydia, who was their character that they were cousins and dating. Because fuck, that's a very much 2002 thing. Fuck. But yeah, Billy Kidman had beaten Jamie Noble 2 times. He beat him 2 different times before the show, so that's how we get this match. And this was just a great cruiserweight match. Like, fuck, I did not expect this match to go as long as it did. It was only like 7.5 minutes, but they packed a lot of shit into this match. There's a lot of Nydia interference as well from the show. She was very much like obsessed with keeping the title on Jamie Noble. And man, Jamie Noble was so good. I love his sleeper hold thing where he kind of wraps his body around you and just does. It's just so cool. Because for me, when I started getting into wrestling, Jamie Noble was part of J&J Security, because that was about 2 years when I got in. And just, I forgot, oh yeah, he can fucking wrestle. And Billy Kidman was always really good. He debuted his new theme song here. That was cool. I was like, oh yeah, that's cool. Also, Saliva's on this fucking show, and they sing the theme song always. Oh my god, that's just nostalgia, man. Like, fuck. 2002 had great theme songs for WWE, specifically pandered to me. But yeah, Billy Kidman, I didn't even notice, it shocked me when it happened. Billy Kidman won, became the new Cruiserweight champion. He hit a shooting star press, which I always bite my fucking lip every time Billy Kidman does his shooting star press. I always feel, because he does it like in such a short distance, like he goes like, and I always feel like, oh, he's gonna land on his fucking head, because he doesn't do it where everyone, like, they go super forward. No, he just flips. And I was like, what the fuck? But yeah, I give the match 4 stars. I fucking loved this match. Like, this was such an awesome match to watch. It wasn't, like, amazing, but it just kind of blew my expectations out of the water. Maybe I'm, like, blowing it up to the point where it's not really that great. But I really liked it. Next, Trish Stratus defends the WWE Women's Championship. Against Victoria in a hardcore match. So basically, Trish and Victoria were brought up at the same time in WWE. They came into WWE at the same time. But Trish got all the attention, all the love, and it just kind of drove Victoria a little crazy. So she had her old crazy lesbian story, which I liked. I love Victoria. I love both these two. I think they're both great talent. I kind of wish Victoria would show up more for WWE, because I really think if she was in a lot of the best women's wrestlers around this time, if they were given a better opportunity to really show them, like you saw in Trish Stratus' latest run, she can really go. And I really thought Victoria could have been given a great chance. If you want to hear about another great match between these two, go to their match go watch Zack and Andrew's review of WrestleMania 19, because that match was also really good and it had Jazz in it as well. This was kind of a sloppy match, but it was just very fun. There was a fucking fire hydrant involved. There was a trash can. Like, they just kind of kicked the shit out of each other, and they just were, like, really mad. And the promo was like, oh god, they were actually, like, building a match. It felt like, oh yeah, these are wrestlers. Like, it was so weird that, like, there was a dip where, like, I wonder if WWE kind of saw it. No, because TNA didn't have their Knockouts division yet. So it was weird seeing these two, like, have, like, an actual match on this time. Because you have to remember, this is before the Knockouts. This is before the Knockouts, and this is before the Women's Evolution. So it was a very weird time for women's wrestling, especially in America. But yeah, no, I really liked this match. Victoria won with, like, I think it was a fisherman suplex. Correct me if I am wrong. I will look it up. Yeah. Yeah, there was an ironing board as well. Sorry, I have my notes pulled up. And then fire extinguisher. Yeah, it was like a fisherman suplex. And then she wins the championship. I think she would hold on to this championship until WrestleMania 19, where Trish won it back. I give the match three stars. It wasn't awesome. It wasn't amazing. But for especially the women's match, especially in this time period, I really liked it. I think these two could have, if they were given a little more time, I think it could have worked. But yeah. Next, the worst match on this show, which is not very surprising, is Big Show taking on the defending WWE champion Brock Lesnar with Paul Heyman. So Paul Heyman is the main focus of this. This match isn't even 5 minutes long. It's 4 minutes, 20 seconds. But this is very much Brock selling his rib injury. And I think he did legit hurt his ribs or injure them or something like that. So they had to get the belt off him. So Big Show wearing his pants and fucking, like, tank top outfit, I guess he was wearing. Hey, this look for Big Show. What the fuck? This is big. I don't know, like. And then Heyman was like, you cannot fight the fucking Big Show. You have injured, because he was selling his injuries. He got from the Hell in a Cell match, I think it was No Mercy. I'm going to just look at it real quick. Right, it was No Mercy. He had a Hell in a Cell match with The Undertaker, which is one of the bloodiest Hell in a Cell matches I've ever fucking watched. Like, Christ. But yeah, this was nothing special of a match, honestly. It was a lot of just getting Lesnar to show, like, yeah, I may be injured, but I can still fucking throw around the Big Show. But the main thing that happened in this match, the only thing that really happened that mattered, with injured ribs, legit injured ribs, Brock Lesnar picked up the Big Show, fucking F5'd him. Mind you, this is a young Brock Lesnar. This is a 25-year-old Brock Lesnar who would only have been 3 years older than I was, who I am right now. I'm 22. Brock was only 3 years older than I am when he pulled this shit off. He's a fucking monster. It's crazy how strong this guy is. It's amazing. And he hit the F5, but then Paul Heyman pulled the referee out of the ring, turning on Lesnar and siding with the Big Show for no reason. They didn't give a good reason. I love they did spoil it immediately in the promo beforehand. It's like, I will make sure my client is the WWE champion. Nice little touch. But yeah, Lesnar ran around the ring. Paul got back in the ring. Big Show had a chair, hit Lesnar in the ribs, hit him on the back with it, and then big choke slam. He fucking throws the chair, but he hits the fucking rope, so he has to push it back out again. Like, he throws it, hits the fucking ropes, comes back at him, and then he has to shove it out. And then he wins the title. I'll give it 2 stars. It wasn't anything amazing. It wasn't even that good. But this is Brock's first loss. That's right. This is the first time Brock Lesnar got pinned. That's crazy. Brock would not win the title again till WrestleMania 19. Because Kurt Angle would win the title a month later at Armageddon from the Big Show with help from Lesnar. And if Lesnar agreed to help Angle will give him a title match. So, and then if you want to know more about this story, watch the WrestleMania 19 video. Great review. Next, a triple threat elimination tag team match for the WWE tag team titles as Edge and Rey Mysterio defending against Los Guerreros and Kurt Angle and Chris Benoit. SmackDown 6. Do I even really have to explain what happened in this match? This match is fucking great. It is as great as, like, the match at No Mercy for the titles. No, because that's one of the greatest tag team wrestling matches of all time. This is still an awesome fucking match. Yeah, there was a lot of just good back and forth between everyone, because these guys, all of them, and say what you want. You could say, like, Chavo was the weakest of, like, the 6. It wasn't, like, the best, because everyone else is a fucking legend in their own regards. But I think Chavo deserves credit, too. I know we don't like the person Benoit, but as a wrestler, separate the things. Person terrible, we don't like. The wrestler is a goddamn legend. He's amazing. Remember, I got to meet Kurt Angle, and I asked him who was, like, the best person to work with, or who was his favorite person to work with. He said Chris Benoit. You wouldn't say that if it wasn't fucking true, guys. But yeah, there was a lot of bickering, specifically in the build, between Kurt Angle and Chris Benoit, because they wanted to be in the spotlight. They wanted to be like, no, I'm the face of this team. No, I'm the face of this fucking team. But yeah, like, it actually cost Benoit and Angle when Edge speared Benoit, eliminated them, and then as soon as he got eliminated, they just were bickering and arguing. And I don't even know if they had a match afterwards on SmackDown or something. So that's a question for Zach. So if Zach is watching this right now, he will tell me. Right, Zach? I usually ask you these things and you never fucking tell me. But yeah. And the last stretch between Mysterio and Edge and Los Guerreros was so good. Dude, it was so good. Eddie got Rey, and the lasso from El Paso, he doesn't do that submission, like, ever. Like, Eddie was rarely a submission guy. Yeah, it was basically just a cloverleaf. Like, yeah. Los Guerreros wins the tag titles. I'll give it 4 stars. This is fucking awesome. Like, this is such a great match. Also, Christopher Nowinski, who won Tough Enough, and Matt Hardy came out, basically calling a promo about New York, and called him like a loser. They were calling them losers and idiots. No, losers and stupid. And then they said they're lupid. And it was just cringe as fuck. And I don't use that word lightly, but it was so fucking bad. Good Christ. Like, and then Scott Steiner returned to WWE in his Big Papa Pump thing. Cut a weird promo because of course he fucking did. It is Scott Steiner. But yeah. And now, the main event. The first ever Elimination Chamber match. Watching this match, I winced a lot. And I usually don't do that for a lot of wrestling. But I'm like, oh yeah, the original Elimination Chamber looks like it fucking hurts. And they probably, I don't even know of the 2 miles of chain. We know the bulletproof glass isn't real, but was it actually 2 miles of chain? I don't even know. Probably not. I really doubt it was. It could have been. It fucking could have been. I'll never know. But yes, Triple H defends against Rob Van Dam, Kane, Chris Jericho, Booker T, and Shawn Michaels. And Zach is going to be so shocked when I say this. Get ready, Zach. I want you to sit down when I tell you this. I'm going to give Triple H props. I'm going to give Triple H, during the Reign of Terror, props. He gutted through this fucking match. He entered second. It was him and Rob Van Dam to start. He went the whole time. And this match was how long? This match was 40 minutes. Yeah. Van Dam looked great against Triple H. I love how much offense RVD got in this match. He looked like a competent, not competent, that sounds mean. More like he looked like a legit main eventer here, and I fucking adore that. And then the first person to come out was Jericho. And mind you, it was weird seeing Jericho and Triple H team up in this match. Because if you guys remember, they main evented WrestleMania against each other and then had a fucking Hell in a Cell match at Judgment Day earlier in the year. So it was just weird. But this is like weird looking. Also, Jericho's they had a weird remix theme song sung by Saliva and it was terrible. Where's Break the Walls Down? It was Jericho's weird, like, long beard, like, hair tied back. It's just not my favorite Jericho look. I don't love his attire and just look at all in this era. It just looks so bad. I don't know, man. But yeah, they were just beating the shit out of RVD the whole time. Then it was Booker T who came out. And I was like, oh yeah, Booker T. It was just all, like, straight main event guys. And, like, not saying you would have believed any of them were going to win, because there was only really two people who could have won this match. Like, I know that saying that in hindsight is, like, obvious, but, like, I really think about it this time. Kane, Booker T, Chris Jericho, RVD. Were they really going to beat Triple H in 2002 to 2005? Really? No. We'll get to that. Then RVD hits like the first ever huge fucking move in Elimination Chamber. The first like big spot, like jumping from the pod, crushes Triple H's throat. He hit a 5-star frog splash. Yeah, splash is the word. 5-star frog splash. And then I don't know if I think his knee crushed Triple H's throat, and you could just see Triple H going like this. You could fucking hear him like kicking his legs up and down on the mat. You hear like, oh god, something hurt. I think I saw the ref go in the corner and just be like this, like something fucked up. And then this motherfucker still wrestled for like another 30 fucking minutes with a crushed throat. Like that's huge props. I have to give him props for that. I would be an idiot not to. So he rested a lot during this. Booker then hit a missile dropkick and just eliminated RVD immediately. It's like, okay. I mean, I get it. Then Booker T would get eliminated by Jericho. Next is Kane. Also, Zach, don't get mad when I say this. This is I finally get to mention. Kane has his attire, his like ruthless aggression attire. It was like the weird between his like 2000 gear, which is my favorite Kane gear, like the WrestleMania X8 and X7 gear. Like that gear is one of my favorite attires for Kane, and his like original gear, and his like no mask and just pants gear. Like that's cool. I love that. Those Kane. This middle one right here from like Ruthless Aggression, I do not like. I do not like this look from like 2002, 2003, like right until he unmasked. Like I hated this gear. Like it was just ugly to me. I don't know, like the mask looked all wrong, the attire, just the color breakup was weird. I don't know, man. I know I'm going on a rant about this and I shouldn't be, but yeah, fucking I forgot about this spot, but Kane takes Jericho, just fucking hucks him through the goddamn pond. You're like, Jesus Christ. Just hearing people land on this shit, on the outside and stuff, because remember, there's no padding, nothing. That's just straight steel. Fuck, that looks like it hurts. Kane would then just beat the shit out of everyone, just decimate everyone. And finally, the last entrant, Shawn Michaels. Yes, we can talk about the terrible haircut. It's terrible, but also those pants. And I will defend this. I like the blue part, but it felt underdesigned and they were brown. Why were they brown? If they were black and blue, like I don't think I would have minded as much. Like, a black with, like, a blue would have looked fucking cool. Like, think about, like, SummerSlam 1995. Like, he can do black and blue. It works. It's just this is not a good look for him. This is your big crowning moment, and you don't win and you don't wear, like, good pants. What the fuck? Yeah, this is Shawn's second match after coming back, because his return match will be at SummerSlam. Take a little bit off to sell the injury from that, and then be in this match. But yeah, Kane would get eliminated next by getting a Sweet Chin Music, a pedigree, and a lion salt. Like, yeah, that's how you protect Kane. It's just so weird seeing Kane take a fucking pedigree, because he always takes it on one knee, because he never full sells anything. Like, he has a reason not to. But yeah, yeah, Jericho would then get hit with the Sweet Chin Music, and then he would be out. And then Triple H and Shawn go for like 5-7 minutes, about almost 10 minutes, and they just wrestled. These were like, you believe these two guys were, it's gonna sound so stupid when I say this, but it feels kind of like a me and Zach situation, where it's like these guys have known each other for so long, know everything they're gonna pull, and just want to beat the shit out of each other over a world championship. I know it's a terrible analogy, and Zach's gonna hate it, but I don't care. That's just my way of seeing it. And the final one is, and the final, like, segment of this match is so fucking perfect. Triple H has Shawn in the pedigree, and then Shawn flips him back over like this, runs over to the corner, Sweet Chin Music, and then he just kind of spins, lands on Triple H. 1, 2, 3. Shawn Michaels wins the World Heavyweight Championship. And he wasn't originally supposed to. Apparently, he was not the original plan to win this. Like, who the fuck? Why would you just have Triple H win? What the fuck? And then when Shawn wins, the crowd fucking loses their goddamn shit. Like, they fucking loved it. Holy crap. And then he got all the confetti everywhere. And it was like, it's weird seeing Shawn with the World Heavyweight Championship, because he's very much... Shawn in his second reign only won like 2 championships. He won tag team titles once, and then won this, and that was it. He didn't win any other championships. That's how good he was. He was so good that they didn't need to put the top title on him. But they still give it to Taker. Like, I really think Shawn could have gone with winning this title more than once, because I felt like only having him hold it once and only hold it for a month, he would lose it the next pay-per-view at Armageddon in 3 Stages of Hell. Back to Triple H. But yeah. It was a great match. I'll give it 4.5 stars. This is for the first ever Elimination Chamber match. They had a lot riding on this. Apparently, the reason they did Elimination Chamber was because the reason this matchup was created was because Triple H actually wanted to bring back War Games for this. And I thought that would have been fucking cool. But to compromise, they made the Elimination Chamber, which I think is awesome. And now we live in a WWE where we get to have both. We get to have War Games and the Elimination Chamber. But yeah, this show is one of the best shows we've reviewed on this channel. Like, it's fucking, like, damn near spotless. The only, like, knock I would give it is, like, the world title match, but it was such a shocking change. At the time, it was Brock's first loss. It was Paul turning on Brock, so, like, it was cool. Fun fact, apparently, MJF started watching the event live when he watched the show live, and it was the show that inspired him to become a wrestler, like world champion. Like, that's fucking awesome. That's how good this show is. It's the best Survivor Series. A great way to start Survivor Series month for 2024. Next time, you're getting a double bill. You're not only getting a pay-per-view, you're getting a Wrestle Ramble. Because Zachinator is reviewing Survivor Series 1997. Yes, the screw job. Because he's doing the review of the pay-per-view, and then he's doing a whole, so it doesn't take up time in the review, he's doing a whole Wrestle Ramble on the Montreal screw job. So I am fucking excited for that. Next time you'll see me will be with the first... No, it will be the second Canadian Survivor Series. We're doing all 3 Canadian Survivor Series this year. Next time will be Survivor Series 2016 for me. This is gonna be huge. Man, it's gonna be good to watch a good 2010s, good mid to late 2010s pay-per-view. Oh, this is during the first. I'll get into that. I'm just giddy excited for it. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed this review. I've been 24/7, and I will see you guys with more awesome wrestling content. See you guys.